Hello and welcome to Leichhardt Oval, rather damp Leichhardt Oval as the rain has fallen for the last few hours, but the show does continue. Midweek Liberty A-League football between Sydney FC and Central Coast Mariners. This is a rescheduled round 3 clash after Sydney's trip to Tashkent, Uzbekistan back in November for the AFC Women's Club Championship. My name is Robbie Feldman and it's great to have your company right across 10 Play and Paramount Plus, wherever you're tuning in across Australia. Now, both sides tonight are coming off wins in the first ever Unite round. The Mariners defeating Wellington 2-1. While in Sunday's grand final rematch, Sydney came away with a 1-0 win, extending their run to 7 games unbeaten and climbing up to 3rd spot. And when these two sides met just 10 days ago in Gosford, the match ended in a 0-0 draw. And tonight, the Mariners will be looking to claim a first win over the Sky Blues since October 2009. As we take a look at the team news for the home side tonight, Ante Juric will not be in the dugout after receiving a red card after full time last Sunday. He serves a 1-match ban, so tonight regular assistant Tom Whiteside will assume head coach duties. Their starting 11 tonight, just the one change from that match on Sunday, which sees 17-year-old Zara Kruger come in for the suspended Shea Holman, who picked up her 5th yellow card against Western United. And Courtney Vine will once again start on the bench as she works her way back to full fitness from a calf injury. And for the visitors tonight, coach Emily Husband makes 3 changes from the win over the Wellington Phoenix, with Annabelle Martin, Paige Hayward and Tess Quilligan, the new faces, in at the expense of Faye Bryson, Izzy Gomez and Peter Trimmis, who scored the match winner against the Phoenix last Friday. They all drop back to the bench. The two teams going through their final stages of the warm-up. Here's Mackenzie Hawkesby. He had a tough time of it over in England with Brighton and Hove Albion in the Women's Super League, only signing last July, but finding it tough to crack the Brighton starting 11, just playing one competitive match and a cup match against Birmingham City. She leapt at the opportunity to rejoin her Sky Blue team and has been ever present since coming back, playing every single minute of the last 5 matches, the last 4 matches, tonight being her 5th start. And there is Casey Dumont, one of the most highly accomplished goalkeepers in A-League Women's history. Finds herself back in A-League Women's while her AFLW career with Hawthorn is in their off-season, jumping at the chance to join the Mariners. And she too has played every minute since coming back. Tonight, her 5th match. And there is Tom Whiteside, just 28 years old, was a highly regarded central defender in NPL New South Wales, formerly with Blacktown Spartans and then Sydney Olympic. He even has a Scorpion goal to his name, a la Riley McGree. In fact, that goal for Olympic against Wollongong Wolves came just 2 weeks after McGree's Worldie back in 2018. Central defender who can score Scorpions. Referee tonight, Beck Mackey. She will be assisted by Sarah Ho and Anastasia Philikaridis. Michaela Ryan, the 4th official. And there is Emily Husband, former assistant coach at Canberra United and more recently the head coach at Sydney University, where she won Coach of the Year in the New South Wales NPL a couple of years ago. She steered this side to 4 wins and 3 draws from their 11 matches. And another win tonight would actually see them jump into the top 4. Just 2 points separating the Wanderers currently in 4th and the Mariners in 9th place. All in readiness here at Leichhardt, where a few hardy fans have made their way into the Western Grandstand. A couple even over on the far side, braving the elements. Love to see it. Janea Dos Santos stands at halfway, and it will be the Sky Blues to get things underway. Travelling from left to right, both teams in their traditional colours. And straight away, a wayward pass. No doubt we'll be seeing a few of those tonight. Tough conditions, although the drainage at Leichhardt has improved markedly. Well, the rain has been quite consistent. Has eased up just a little bit here at Leichhardt. Nice touch from Ergamal, but the turnover, and Abini in midfield, surrounded by yellow jerseys, but she's done well. Abini looking over the top. And the run of 18 Keane. That'll be a throw to Sydney FC. Wardlow pleading her case to the assistant. Hawksby, tight midfield, eventually sent back. Here's Annabelle Martin, back in the starting lineup. 25-year-old, her 7th season in A-League Women's. Played with the Wellington Phoenix last season. Fenton just unable to connect with Dos Santos up top, and it will be a goal kick. And this might just work out for the Mariners. It was a bit of a scuffed clearance from Dumont, but find themselves streaming forward. It's a nice ball for Butterweir. Down towards the byline. And the diving tackle coming in from Tori Tumeth. One of the most consistent defenders in A-League Women's, Tumeth. And that'll be a great battle tonight. Her up against Rolla Butterweir. 18 Keane. Evans just leaving a little bit behind. Dos Santos nearly jumping on it. Eventually tied it up by Quilligan. Ashley Irwin brings it up towards halfway. And a touch from Wardlow. Was looking for Butterweir. Charlie McLean was there. And there's Courtney Vine. She continues to work her way back from that calf injury and kept her out of the previous 2 matches before last Sunday. Of course, that little cameo. She scored the match winner. Made a real difference when coming onto the field. Meantime, here come the Mariners again. And the idea was right from Annabelle Martin. It's not quite on the same page as number 9, Ergamal. There's Fenton. Goes around marker, and a lovely diagonal pass over to Keane. He's fighting hard against Jasmine Wardlow. Galich opens play up nicely. Annabelle Martin playing in a wing-back role. Central ball for Ergamal. Tight marking from McLean forces the turnover. And Jordan Thompson. It's been very impressive since coming into this Sky Blue side. Sumner Washington native. On the shorter side for a central defender, but size doesn't really matter these days. There's Zara Kruger. The sole change in this Sky Blues lineup. And it will be a goal kick. McLean, stray pass, picked up by Galich. Nice ball forward. Paige Hayward one-on-one with the keeper. And Jada Wyman comes up big. Great smothering save from the Sky Blues custodian. And that was an error from Charlotte McLean. And Wyman did really well just to steer her away from goal ever so slightly. And Mariners do get a corner. The first one of the match. Customary referee chat at corner time. Almost a rite of passage in the game as the corner swung to the back post. Not at half clear, and Hawkesby's there, but she can only get it as far away as Hayward. And the Mariners come back on the attack. Nice back pass from Martin, but then the touch easily dealt with by Sydney. Mariners with the throw. Here's Wardlow. Under duress. Ball turned over, 18 Keane, and she wins the foul. And Sydney not wasting any time getting play back underway. It's been a busy period for Sydney FC, having to make up those games after that trip to Uzbekistan. Tight turnarounds, meaning they've had to juggle their squad, be smart about how they use their players. And after tonight's match, they host the Newcastle Jets, and then 5 days later, it's the Big Blue against Melbourne Victory. There's a foul there. Free kick for Sydney. Jordan Thompson. And given how tight those matches have been, Sydney have done remarkably well. Found themselves in a little bit of a hole, plus with all the injuries that they've had, Ante Juric has done an amazing job to get this team back into the top four. The best defensive record in the league, just the 7 goals conceded across the season. It's been up the other end where they've had more of an issue scoring the goals. There's the press coming from Mariners, and McLean forced to go long. Picked up by Taylor Ray. Tumeth, now Hawkesby. Just trying to measure that pass over the top, but Wardlow was there. Nice turn from Evans. The Mariners working their way out of defence. Just a little bit under-hit that pass towards Wardlow. See their passes just holding up ever so slightly on the pitch here at Leichhardt. See they're 2-1. Mariners passes into the final third, and here's another one for Ergemal. One-on-one with Thompson. Cuts back on the 18-yard line. Quilligan out wide for Evans onto her left foot. Can't generate enough power. And that's eventually hooked clear. And Sydney will keep it in. Mariners, meantime, first season back in the league, have made a very good fist of things. 4 wins and 3 draws from their 11 games. After tonight, they welcome Wanderers to Gosford, and Derby against the Jets, and Western United away as well. Strong challenge coming in from Ray. The referee waves play on. Nicely won back by Quilligan. Taylor Ray. Lovely switch out to Kirsty Fenton. And the beanie. He's been operating very deep so far in the opening 12 minutes. Playing centrally as well. Fenton drifting infield. Touch back from Hawkesby. Kirsty Fenton lines up the shot. Comfortable save for Dumont. Kirsty Fenton, just the 2 goals in her A-League women's career. Scored back in the opening match of the season, the Sydney Derby. The very first goal of the season, as a matter of fact. The Mariners win a foul. Tori Toomuth didn't think there was too much in that. Here's the shot from Fenton. Thought she'd have a crack. Wasn't really too much going on in front of it. Decent effort on target. Good opportunity here for the Mariners. About 30 yards out. Skipper Bianca Galich standing over it. It will be the Mariners captain who has a go, but it can't get past Tori Toomuth in the sky blue wall. It's Galich again. Just turns away from danger. Lovely work. Get around Aideen Keane. Nice ball in over the top. Just skids off the surface, and Jada Wyman takes it at the second attempt. Nice tackle by Shay Evans. Just the 4 shots in the match so far. 3-1 in favour of the Mariners. It's been a very even start in the opening quarter of an hour. And there's nice footwork again from Galich. This time around Hawkesby. Clean challenge. This is referee Beck Mackey, and the Mariners get the throw. Sydney once again step in at the right time, as Hawkesby did just then. Switch a play out for Princess Sabini. One-on-one with Martin. Cuts back in field. Cuts back again. Hawkesby picks up the loose ball. Drifting out too wide, really, and Quilligan sticks the boot in. Times the challenge well. Timely intervention by Thompson there. As Paige Hayward found a little bit of space in behind. Irwin. Now Martin for Galich. Karen Bassis on the overlap. But again, that pass under hit. And the two number 5s are down. Kirsty Fenton and Annabelle Martin. Hefty challenge. 50-50 ball, but handshakes all round. Just that final touch got away from Fenton. No harm, no foul. And we play on. Both sides sitting around that 70-75% mark in their passing. Again, say it's difficult conditions out there. And those difficult conditions certainly hasn't stopped a handy little crowd from coming in here at Leichhardt. Karen Bassis. Evans playing in between the lines. Just the touch just getting away from her. Galich tidies up. Irwin. Butterweir. Now Wardlow. Turned over again. They try to hit with pace, Sydney FC, but link-up play from Keane. He's looking for Hawkesby on the far side. Strong challenge from Quilligan. He's impressed so far in the opening 20 minutes. In the heart of the Mariners midfield. Irwin looks long. Neatly brought down by Ergamal. Mariners will get another go. Throw in from Jasmine Wardlow. Looks long for Martin, and this may work out for the Mariners. Ergamal cuts back centrally. Evans picks it up for the Mariners. Quill again. Badawia on the turn. And pass just going in behind Galich, but still there for the Mariners. Galich again down towards the byline. Well-timed diving challenge from Jordan Thompson. And it's a second corner for the Mariners. Jada Wyman doing her best. Yelling at the defenders in front of her. Corner played in low. Badawia. First time ball back. The cross defended by Abini. Fly shot coming in from Irwin. The corner flag was more in danger than the goal. Sydney can come away with it. Foul from Evans. First card of the match will go to Shay Evans. And it's a pretty easy one for ref Beck Mackey. Thompson with the free kick. Looks long and, well, to nobody. Martin was looking for Ergamal, but the ball just skidded under her boot. Thompson threads the needle, finds Abini. And now finds a bit of space in midfield. Nicely done. Keane brings it under control. Lashes the shot just wide. What a chance for the Sky Blues. Abini has granted too much time and space. Lovely linking play. Zara Kruger. Keane did well to get that first touch under control. And used the outside of her boot just past the post. First big opportunity. There's a bit of a wrestle goes on. And a yellow card now for Mackenzie Hawkesby. Well, we've seen those kind of tackles at Leichhardt Oval before. But with a different shaped ball. Second name into the book. Mackenzie Hawkesby. You see it again. Guess you call that a tip tackle, dump tackle. Anyway, play continues. And Hawkesby looking to make amends, wins possession back. Janaea Dos Santos now spotted Dumont off her line. Had a cheeky go, but just the connection not quite right. And in the end, harmlessly over the goal line for a goal kick. Tumeth up the line for Keane. Ray, Toomuth again. And that's well done by Jasmine Wardlow. Four fouls tonight. Again, Mariners leading the ledger on that count. It's Karen Bassis battling away with Kruger. Sydney throw-in. Good attacking position. Dos Santos tries to flick it over the defender's feet. Could work out here. Hawkesby. Just lacking that power needed to get past Casey Dumont. See the frustration on the face of Mackenzie Hawkesby. She recognised that was a pretty big opportunity. Back by Paige Hayward for the Mariners. Now Evans. And Karen Bassis goes all the way back to Dumont. Martin. Sturgamal just on her heels there momentarily. Taking another look at that Hawkesby chance. Zara Kruger did well teeing her up, but then tame effort from Hawkesby. Gladly accepted by Dumont. Foul by Abini on Evans. Shay Evans, former Sydney FC player. Had 5 games across 2 seasons from 2018 to 20. The one and only league goal came for the Sky Blues against Melbourne Victory back in 2019. A super sub on that occasion. Free kick here for the Mariners. Galich swings it in. And that's easy for Jada Wyman. Nice release for Aideen Keane. Back up over halfway now, Sydney FC. Thompson. Hawkesby with the early cross. And Dumont catches. Not too many numbers in the box for Hawkesby to aim at, really. Half an hour gone at Leichhardt Oval, 0-0 between Sydney FC and Central Coast Mariners. Now Martin didn't like what was ahead of it, so went back to Karen Bassis. And Dumont. Mariners happy to play the patient game. Just wait for that opening. Taylor Ray intervenes. And that's come off Keane last. That should be Mariners' ball. And Emily Husband pointing that exactly out to the assistant referee here on the near side. This one's kept in field, Dos Santos. Now Abini. Support from Kruger. Central ball looking for Hawkesby. Again, Cooligan is there for the Mariners, and early release from Butterweir. Martin now. Chance still on. Ergamal. Nice wall pass. Hayward. And a good block from Jordan Thompson. May have worn that on the stomach. Well, those certainly don't tickle. Committed effort from Jordan Thompson. Very successful high school and college career in the States. Regarded as one of Sumner High School's greatest athletes in their history. Certainly brings a lot of heart and determination to that central defensive area. Cross comes in looking for Evans over the top. This one will fall for Wardlow. Hits the shot, and it takes a deflection of McLean, and it's in for the Mariners. Well, you take any bit of luck that goes your way. And for the Central Coast Mariners, it comes off the boot of Charlie McLean. The cross was just too much for Shay Evans. Fell kindly for Wardlow. A centering pass. Hit with pace. And that's just unlucky for Charlie McLean. Steers it past Jada Wyman. 1-0 to the Mariners. Well, Wardlow with an assist of sorts for the opening goal of the match. Sky Blues go back on the attack through Keane. Looking for that instant response. While it has been an even match, Mariners, I feel, are deserving of this lead at the moment. Hawkesby looks long. Heavy first touch from Keane. Gallage strong in the tackle. And a nice ball forward for Evans. Here come the Mariners again. One-on-one with McLean. Shay Evans loses a boot. Falls for Hayward. Looking for Ergamal. McLean can only concede the throw. Well, boots are back on, but lace is not quite done up. Ergamal, China international. Added a real presence up front for the Mariners, the number 9. There's Butterweir battling against a former teammate, Princess Abini. Now Tumeth forward for Wardlow. Now Fenton. There's Karen Bassis to Central Coast. Beanie gets around Quilligan and gets Sydney a bit of momentum going forward. Down towards the byline. The shot comes in. Mackenzie Hawkesby, again, just lacking that little bit of power behind the shot. Hawkesby getting into some very good advanced positions. But the end product has not been there so far tonight. And Tiana Karambasis did very well, really, to match her initially. He did enough, perhaps just to put Mackenzie Hawkesby off the shot. Martin with the throw. Bergamal on the turn. Thompson there again. Wardlow will tidy up for the Mariners. And the Mariners just starting to edge forward with the possession count. Had been pretty even in that first half an hour. And as the game's gone on, they have controlled the ball a little bit better. And Casey Dumont's gone down in the penalty area. And if I'm being honest, she hasn't looked all that comfortable tonight. Kicking is out of hand and off the ground, has lacked a little bit of, I guess, power, aerial in nature as well. Just hasn't been able to get much height on her kicks. As we see it there, Casey Dumont just sitting down near the penalty spot, being attended to at the moment. And a fresh strapping on that left knee. Chance for Emily Husband to get some instruction to her team. So Dumont's back up on her feet. We'll keep an eye on that as the game progresses. Not too far away from half-time. Sure, Dumont will get a little bit more attention in the sheds during the break. Back underway. And that will certainly be something that Sydney FC keep an eye on. Here's Thompson. Striding forward, Jordan Thompson. It's losing control at the last second. clearance there from Dumont. You see she's very ginger on that left leg. Oh, cheap turnover. Ibini on the edge of the box. Ball forward for Dos Santos. Dumont's done very well there. Galich on the turnover. Ibini was right there. And Dos Santos was not far away from that. The opportunities like that for Sydney FC. Anything that affects the agility or the speed of Dumont, Sydney FC, I think, will be looking to pounce on that. It's going to be difficult in these conditions, and that's strapping on the knee for Dumont. Dos Santos. Kruger and now Ibini. Just loses her footing. Still has possession. Dos Santos with the wall pass back for Ibini. The shot from distance skids into the hands of Casey Dumont. Yeah, you can certainly see she's not comfortable at all, Casey Dumont. She will power on. Mariners dominating the crosses count. 8-1. Annabelle Martin not too happy with the pressure of that first ball. Now Butterweir has switched sides for the time being. Kruger under a lot of pressure. Gibbs possession away. Does well to win it back. Hayward for the Mariners. For Butterweir. Thompson steps in at the right time. Well, Wardlow with a mistake now. Chance here for Sydney. Hawkesby for Keane. Squares it back. Toomuth was there. And the shot comes in from Kruger. Batted away by Dumont. Bodies down on the edge of the box. And a sharp save by Dumont in goal for the Mariners. 50-50 ball. Kruger comes in. Desperation defending of the Mariners. So Bianca Galich comes to the sideline. 4 minutes of added time in the first half. Mariners skipper got a bit of treatment, so she has to come to the sidelines. Here's Fenton. Around Butterweir. Central for Hawkesby, and Ray lifting it over the top. Well, Keane's toiled hard. And Sydney's best chance of the half prior to that shot from Zara Kruger. Now Evans turns out of danger. Shots there, 7-5 in Sydney's favour. Karambassis for Martin. Finds Butterweir. Cuts back in field. Back for Martin. Lifts the shot to the back post. And it's wide of the goal. Mariners finishing strongly. Quilligan picks up possession in midfield. Now Galich. Irwin. Now Evans. Tiana Karambassis brings it up over halfway. And that's taken a touch off Taylor Ray. Butterweir can't quite get it under control. Quilligan. Hayward, now Martin. Butterweir. Timely intervention by Fenton. Butterweir in return. Hawkesby looks up. Dos Santos on the turn. Gets around one. He's looking for Kruger as well. Players taking that square in the head. Tess Quilligan on the end of that unfortunate pass. This will add a little bit more time. Oof. It's only 3 or 4 meters away. Bianca Galich straight into the head of Tess Quilligan. Has been very impressive tonight. The 18-year-old. Played with Sydney University in the NPL. Also a very handy futsal player. Mackie sharing a laugh there with Annabelle Martin. Right in the temple, that one. Looks to be okay. No doubt the medical staff for Sydney FC will go through their tests, make sure she's okay. So we'll add a little bit more time at the back end of the first half. The drop ball. Nice ball forward. Looking for the run of Hawkesby. Wardlow was there. Clearance came off Keane. In fact, came off her hand. And I dare say would be the final chance of the first 45. Mackenzie Hawkesby's been in the thick of things tonight. Found herself in some very good attacking positions. That is the end of the first half. Central Coast Mariners weathered the storm, no pun intended. And they find themselves going into the sheds at the break. A goal to the good, courtesy of an own goal from Charlie McLean in the 34th minute. And that is the score at the end of the first 45. Central Coast Mariners 1, Sydney FC 0. As you take a look at the highlights of the first period of play, Central Coast did have the better of the chances. Paige Hayward there, smothered by Jada Wyman. Kirsty Fenton found shooting opportunity. And Casey Dumont, who's struggled with a knee injury in this first half. Forced into action a couple of times. And this was the moment, just past the half-hour mark. Wicked cross from Jasmine Wardlow. Not much Charlie McLean could really do about that one. Just cannons off her left heel past the stranded Jada Wyman. And Sydney ended the half reasonably strong. A shot there from Kruger, beaten away by Casey Dumont. Very even first 45. Central Coast Mariners did start to exert a bit more control on things towards the back end. You see there the shots and shots on target very much in favour of Sydney FC, who've had the better opportunities but been unable to take those. And at the end of the first half, they find themselves behind by a goal to nil. And that wraps up the first 45 here on 10 Play and Paramount Plus, and have the second half action in about 15 minutes or so. Welcome back to Leichhardt Oval. Not far away from kickoff in the second half. It is the Mariners who lead by a 1-0, courtesy of an own goal to Charlie McLean in the 34th minute. Sydney FC make their way back out onto the ground in front of a hardy Sydney FC crowd, braving the elements tonight. There's been a lot of rain over the last few hours here in Sydney. We take a look back at the highlights from the first half. The Mariners had several really good opportunities on goal. Paige Hayward on that occasion shut down by Jada Wyman. Kirsty Fenton had a go from distance. And as the match wore on, it was certainly the Mariners who felt like they had more control of things. Mackenzie Hawkesby was right in the thick of the action. This was the moment of the first half. Jasmine Wardlow with the cross. And Charlie McLean deflecting it into her own net. And that own goal is what separates the two sides at the half. And Sydney FC had a couple of opportunities of their own towards the end. Zara Kruger there. And that shot batted away by Casey Dumont, who came a cropper in that first half. She really looked like she was really struggling with a bit of a knee injury. And Sarah Langman, we just saw a shot of her there before, has come on in her place, so she will take over the start of the second half. And Courtney Vine, substitution for Sydney FC, made a real difference when she came on last Sunday against Western United. Mackenzie Hawkesby, there are her numbers for tonight. 2 shots on target. Passing accuracy of 70%. Has cut a bit of a frustrated figure at times. Found herself in great position. Just shots, final product, lacking a little bit of power. There is Sarah Langman, goalkeeper for the Central Coast Mariners, making her 74th league appearance, 4th of the season. Of course, started the season for the Mariners before Casey Dumont came along. And a very experienced campaigner. And a safe pair of hands to come on for the Mariners. So both sides made a change at the break. The Mariners get things going again here at Leichhardt. A goal to the good. And they now face the danger of Courtney Vine, Matilda's superstar. Of course, working her way back to full fitness from a calf injury. And has limited her time over the past month or so. And Casey Dumont has yet to take her place on the bench, so perhaps getting a bit more treatment in the sheds. Maybe making the most of the opportunity to get a warm shower in before everyone else. And Sydney FC in possession now. Confirmation of that change. 18 Keane, the player to make way for Courtney Vine. Annabelle Martin, key figure in that first half for the Mariners. Plenty of touches and a lot of work both on and off the ball. Annabelle Martin, meantime, here's Abini down at the byline, lifting this one in. First piece of action for Langman. Somewhat unconvincing punch. Effective enough, though. Shay Evans battles her way past Tori Toomuth. Another change for the Mariners there. Izzy Gomez has come on in place of Bianca Galich. Interesting change there. Galich was also a very influential figure in that first 45. Here's Vine trying to force her way through. Evans finds Hayward, can turn, but passes ill-directed. Gomez wins strongly. Gets the Mariners going forward. Izzy Gomez lays off for Butterweir. Gomez again. I think Ergamal might have been in an offside position. As the Sky Blues have come away with it. Kruger out wide for Vine. Chance to test that calf out. Glides past several. Then that end pass. Looking for Dos Santos. Not much else Martin could do there except concede the throw. Fenton taking a long time here, looking for an option. Ends up just throwing it to a Mariners shirt. Gomez finds herself in a bit of space, has a shot on goal. Comfortable enough for Wyman. Looked to be wobbling in the air a little bit. A couple of times tonight, that run out of midfield has found space. The Mariners taking a shot at goal. Danger signs for Sydney. Ergamal will get there first. Heads towards the byline. Cuts back inside Thompson. Butterweir, decent first touch. The shot on the turn. Radar was a little bit off. There's that initial shot coming from distance. Izzy Gomez. And that follow-up opportunity from Butterweir. California native. On the Premiership and Championship double last season in sky blue colours. Very handy pickup for this Mariners team. And she is battling away against Fenton and winning out. Butterweir has Ergamal in the return pass for Roller Butterweir. Thompson again in the right place at the right time. Martin just discarding some taping around her calf. Gomez down at the byline. Off Thompson for the corner. Izzy Gomez tonight, first match that she hasn't started. Otherwise was a perfect 11 from 11 this season. Corner from Martin to the back post. Half cleared. Shot on the volley. Just lacking a little bit of conviction. Possession count still in favour of the Mariners. Butterweir. Karen Bassis. Back from Irwin. Nice touch from Ergamal. Brings it under control for Evans, but the shot just skews off the boot. And behind safely for a goal kick. Telling stat there. Accurate passes. The Mariners have been much more effective in these difficult conditions. There's one such example of an inaccurate pass from Sydney. Fenton does well, wins possession back. Bodies off Hayward nicely. Ray, diagonal ball, looking for Vine, but Wardlow has been impressive tonight. Evans finds Hayward on a neat run. It's a little bit too much for Ergamal to do there. Mariners will get a throw. Tom Whiteside running things tonight in place of the suspended Ante Juric. Ergamal, the 1-2 with Butterweir, cuts back onto the left, and that comes off the head of Fenton for a corner. So Tom Whiteside's first half-time team talk in the head coach role, that is. Fourth corner for the Mariners. Martin to swing it in to the cluster of bodies. The shot from distance falls for Karen Bassis. Another timely block, from Jordan Thompson. Danger still present for Sydney. Martin picks it up on the edge of the box. Now, Roller Butterweir gets around to Beanie. Time and space to measure the cross to the back post, and that's over the crossbar. Good little period of play there for the Mariners. As Sydney make another substitution there, second of the night. Will be Abby Lemon coming on in place of Janea Dos Santos. 8th appearance of the season for Abby Lemon. Carlingford Redbacks Junior. Former under-20 representative for Australia. Another sub for the Mariners, Peter Trimmis. Scored the match winner against the Knicks last Friday night. She comes on in place of Shay Evans. Mariners go back on the attack. Butterweir, edge of the box. Trimmis straight into the action. Tumif, alert to the danger. Here's Trimis again. Over on that left-hand side. There's it back for Hayward. Now Wardlow. Tries to take on Courtney Vine. Vine showing her experience there. Goal kick for Sydney FC. Taylor Ray gives away possession. The early ball forward for Ergamal. She was going one way, and the pass went the other. Since the intensity has picked up a little bit, those fresh legs coming on. Use of the substitutes certainly very important on a night like tonight. Heavy ground conditions. A bit more wear and tear on the legs. Vine wins the throw-in. There's Vine again. Gets past the first defender. It's cleared as far as Thompson. So Courtney Vine working her way back into full fitness ahead of the Matildas Olympic qualifiers against Uzbekistan next month, which you can catch on Network 10 and Paramount Plus. First leg in Tashkent on February 24th. And the return leg 4 days later at Marvel Stadium in Melbourne. So search Matildas for tickets there, as the Mariners make their 4th substitution of the night. Well, excuse me, just confirmation of that change with Trimis coming on. Chance here for Sydney FC. Vine just has her heels clipped. Come back, Karen Bassis battling with Lemon. Sky Blues have possession. Here's Vine. Tries to thread the needle. Looking for Hawkesby. Heavy first touch. And Annabelle Martin maybe just copped a stray boot in the back of the head. The class of Courtney Vine there. Didn't have much of an alleyway. Somehow managed to find Hawkesby. Just too much defensive pressure in the end for Hawkesby to deal with. Lemon forcing the turnover for Sydney. Fenton, Hawkesby, Vine, just in behind her. Abini, early cross, looking for Vine again. And Tom Whiteside applauding his troops. Good little passage of play there for Sydney. Fenton pushes her way past Butterweir. Hawkesby now. Nice angled ball for Vine. Surrounded by yellow shirts. Sky Blues picking up the tempo here. Unfortunately, that comes to an end courtesy of a handball from Fenton. Butterweir working in Tight confines. And possession turned over. Quick release from Vine, looking for Hawkesby. Karambassis is there, and Langman takes her out from behind. Sliding in. Just gets the back of the ankles. Tiana Karambassis. Oh yeah, that's just a little bit awkward. All parties seem to be fine. Mariners make now their 4th substitution of the night. Tess Quilligan. He's been very good tonight. The 18-year-old making way for experienced defender Faye Bryson. The Liverpudlian. His Women's Super League experience with Everton and Bristol City, and most recently with Reading. Now finds herself on the Central Coast. It's a very good addition to bring in. Such a tight period of the game. And it's come off Fenton last, so it will be a Mariners throw. Not so subtle, pushing the back from Abini. Words to say to Annabelle Martin as well. See it again in the replay. He's pushing the back there. May have been words said from Martin to Abini, who knows? Strong tackle from Lemon. Dispossesses Gomez. And a smart ball out for Courtney Vine. Mariners have numbers back. Kruger. Vine. McLean. Toomuth was coming in on that back post. Tori Toomuth was all alone at that back post. A little bit more quality on that cross. He may have had a level ball game. There's a Mariners player down on the edge of the box. Looks like a bit of cramp, so chance here for players to take a bit of a breather. Looks like Jasmine Wardlow is the player getting some cramp stretched out. I mentioned before, heavy conditions underfoot. Certainly going to take its toll on the legs. So the old pickle juice comes out. About 25 or so minutes to go. Could be a bit of a tough slog for Wardlow. Looks to be okay. Langman gets things going again. Ball falls in behind for Courtney Vine, bearing down on goal, shoved off the ball, and it will be a goal kick. Looking for the penalty. Rueful smile from Courtney Vine. Shoulder to shoulder with Tiana Karambassis. And in the eyes of ref Mackie, we play on. Tackles one count, 14-9 in favour of Sydney. As Gomez can't find fellow yellow shirt. We do get possession back via the throw. Ergamal can't quite keep that in play. A positive play here from Sydney. Kruger able to find Hawkesby. Kruger again on the edge of the box, looking for Lemon. Danger cleared initially. Taylor Ray. Now Ergamal. 3-on-3 for the Mariners. Slides it forward for Trimis. Edge of the box. Now Bryson. Can't find a support player. Hawkesby looks up and finds space with a beanie. Diagonal ball forward. Gomez had runners in Trimis and Ergamal. Passing lacks a bit of direction again. Early release from Hawkesby. Vine couldn't get it under control. Chance was on. May have been a question of offside. Here's Hawkesby. Gomez fighting hard under pressure. Hawkesby wins out. Now Abini gets past the first challenge. Advantage being played. Still with Princess Abini. A nicely timed tackle on Kruger. Lemon skips past Gomez. The Mariners under a little bit of pressure here. Sydney still chasing the game. See that chance just again. Strength of Princess Abini. Got rid of Faye Bryson. A half chance there for Kruger. McLean or rather Ash Irwin, excuse me. A nicely timed challenge. Change for Sydney FC. Indiana Dos Santos on in place of Zara Kruger, who's fought hard tonight. 17-year-old Zara Kruger. Edge of the box here with Hawkesby. Had her shirt pulled by Gomez. Play on for the meantime. Lemon skipping around Irwin. And then it's eventually cleared. Alarms up from both sides, appealing to the referee. And there's confirmation of that change for Sydney, their third of the night. And there's Bryson down towards the byline. Last touch off Mackenzie Hawkesby. Another corner for the Mariners. Bryson to take. Driven in to the penalty spot. Ergamal's on the end. Tough to get any kind of power behind the header. A quick release from Wyman. Dos Santos. Combines well with Vine, who just gets her heels clipped again. Slow to get back up on her feet. Play continues. Take a look at that corner again. Ergamal in space, but was traveling backwards. Hayward getting that first time ball over the top. Quarter of an hour remaining here at Leichhardt. Still the Mariners, no change to that halftime score of 1-0. Own goal to Charlie McLean in the 34th minute, the difference at this stage. Gomez, chance to stretch the legs, looking for Ergamal. McLean turns it away. Mariners getting into much more advanced positions and getting 3 times as many crosses away. Knee touch from Vine. And to Central Coast's credit, they've been very composed in the face of pressure so far tonight. Neat turn from Ergamal. Looking to combine with Trimis. Eventually falls to Wyman. The Mariners certainly haven't panicked, especially second half. The introduction of Vine, bit more tempo. Here comes Langman. She's late to it. Could be in danger here. Referee Beck Mackey has reached into the back pocket. And it will be a red card for Langman. There was an early yellow card for time wasting. And that occasion, it's a second yellow and a sending off for the substitute Mariners keeper. Second to the tackle there. It was a good ball forward, and the speed of Lemon got her there just ahead of Sarah Langman. Frustrated Sarah Langman heads back down the tunnel. Interesting time here for the Mariners. Casey Dumont was subbed off at half-time. Sarah Langman, with 12 minutes remaining, the backup keeper is now off the field as well. Here's another look. Certainly late to the challenge there. So the Mariners will need to put a makeshift keeper in goal. What a time here for the Mariners. So there's a bit of toing and froing here within the Mariners camp. Hearing it might be Ash Irwin who will step into the breach. You see a shot down the tunnel there. It will be the Mariners' number 3 who's going to have to see out the rest of this match in goal. Wearing jersey 67, smile on her face, she's loving it. Well, I'm not sure how many times Ash Irwin would have been faced with this kind of situation. We take another look at that red card for Langman. There will be a free kick just outside the box. I think Langman, in all honesty, would have known she's in trouble. But if you commit to coming out, trying to chase that down, you have to get there first. So a free kick here for Sydney. Ash Irwin is in goal for the Mariners. 10 minutes remain. The free kick from Hawkesby to the back post. The ball's in the back of the net. There's claims of a free kick on Irwin. What is happening here at Leichhardt? Ash Irwin has stayed down. She came to collect the ball and had her legs taken out from her. We take a look at it again. There's a good ball in from Hawkesby. Brave decision to come for the cross. Under the challenge of, I think it was Tori Toomuth. And it will be a foul. A foul has been given. So Tori Toomuth denied the goal for a foul on Ash Irwin in goal. Well, this game has certainly picked up. Chance here for Sydney FC, and Irwin again claims. A look of relief on Ash Irwin's face. Trimis now picked the pocket of Fenton. Possession back with the Sky Blues. Ibini. Hawkesby, now Ray. Tumeth clips it to the penalty spot. Shot on the half volley from Mabini. It'll be interesting to see how Sydney FC plays it from here, whether they go a little bit more aerially, try and test Ash Irwin's handling skills out. Hawkesby, corner of the box. Fenton swings it in off the right boot, claims for a handball, and the Mariners do get the free kick. Seven minutes plus a little bit of change. See there the handball from Indy Dos Santos. Ball nodded back by Martin. And to her credit, Irwin has gotten herself into good position. Fenton with the throw. She'll have a second go at it here. Thompson, cross for McLean. Looks long. Nodded away by Martin. Picked up by her opposite number, Kirsty Fenton. Now Ray. Neat 1-2 with Hawkesby. Out wide for Abini. One-on-one with Ergamal. Booted away by Badawea. Hawkesby stinks this one over the top. Can't find Abby Lemon. Well, Sydney FC now firmly in control. Second half, they've had a lot more possession. Fenton neatly around Ergamal. Early cross in. Perhaps could have carried that a little bit further. As soon as she hit it, she knew, Kirsty Fenton. Looks like she's just got the order from Tom Whiteside to stay upfield. Neat little dummy from Abini. The run forward from Lemon. Fenton's in the middle. Sliding in is Izzy Gomez. The Mariners hanging on here. Hawkesby to take the corner in front of the home fans who have lifted in voice, trying to lift their team. Hawkesby goes long to the back post, and the header from Thompson directed wide. And plenty of jerseys there, the Sky Blues, but just unable to fashion a chance. Well, Sydney and the Mariners have only met 5 times in A-League history. The Mariners have claimed 1 victory, a 3-1 win on October of 2009. And they are on the verge of breaking a near 15-year drought. Well, they're doing it tough. They're down a player. with a makeshift keeper in goal. Lemon. Thompson on the edge of the box, but Sydney have a free kick. There's another Sydney player has gone down. And two sets of players of surrounding the player down. It's Taylor Ray, who's sky blue player getting up. And there's the head clash. There was another incident just after this. So Abby Lemon getting a bit of attention on the near side. Taylor Ray as well. On a rainy night at Leichhardt, can Sydney find a response? The free kick about 35 yards out. Hawkesby and Abini in attendance. Might just be a little bit too far for the shot. Hawkesby leaves it for Abini, clips it in. Fenton, Hawkesby. Shot blocked by Bryson. And the Mariners scramble it clear. McLean picks it up for Sydney. Hoofed away by Gomez. Final minute of the regulation 90. Thompson, infield for Fenton. Gets around one. Lays it off for Hawkesby. Mackenzie Hawkesby measured it. Abini has a go. It was always going over. Couldn't quite get over the shot. Abini slightly leaning back. Sends this one over the crossbar. The clearance from Irwin. Can't get past the first line of blue shirts. Lemon wins the header. Abini falls for Hawkesby. Now Fenton. Vine. Courtney Vine. Great tackle from Bryson. And Gomez tidies up. She has been immense, Izzy Gomez, since coming on. Half-time replacement for Bianca Galich. 8 minutes of added time. 8 minutes for the Mariners to hang on. 8 minutes for the Sky Blues to find an equaliser. And they get the free kick. And this one is simmering away quite nicely. Kirsty Fenton was not happy with the challenge. There's Izzy Gomez there. She let her know about it as well. Another free kick for Sydney. A little bit further out this time. Hawkesby drives it in. Under pressure. Is it over the line? It is. It's a goal. The mistake from Ash Irwin. Mackenzie Hawkesby gets the pat on the back. And Sydney are level in extra time. From about 40 yards out, Hawkesby drove it high. It was always going to be difficult for Ash Irwin. And that may go down as an own goal. For the meantime, we'll give the credit to Mackenzie Hawkesby. And we are tied at 1-1. What a game at Leichhardt. Now, what have the Mariners got in response? On the back foot since going down to 10. Ergamal now. Taylor Ray is there. Mariners will have a throw. Gomez is looking for Butterweir, but Ray, timely intervention. In fact, it was Trimis. Referee Mackey threatening to go to the pocket. Eventually pulls out the slice of cheese for Peter Trimis. So that's the 4th yellow for the Mariners. Shay Evans got 1 in the first half. Sarah Langman picked up 2. 1 for time wasting, and then 1, the 2nd yellow card, getting her sent off. And another yellow card here. And another yellow card. Faye Bryson this time. More cards on a game of poker here from Beck Mackey. I think it might have been Kirsty Fenton who got that first one we saw just then on the replay. Dramatic ending to proceedings here at Leichhardt. Is there one final twist in the tail? 3 more minutes left in the match. Hawksby out for Thompson. Dos Santos. Sky Blues with a bit of momentum now. Ibini. Can't link up with Tumeth. Paige Hayward needs support. Gets past McLean. Bodies eventually come in the shape of Butterweir. Ergamal's there on the far side as well. Peter Trimis on the edge of the box. Bryson. Early ball in. Ergamal will get there first. It's come off Thompson for the corner. The previous encounter ended 0-0 just 10 days ago. And as things stand, 1 apiece here at Leichhardt. Annabelle Martin on the near side, goes deep. Wyman comes, can't collect. Chance still on for the Mariners. Players go down, it's a penalty! The Mariners have a penalty in the 97th minute. Is there one more twist in the tail? You bet there is. Handball is the call from Beck Mackey. We take another look. Wardlow. It came off the boot of Tumeth. Bounced onto the hand. And in the eyes of ref Beck Mackey, it is a penalty. And it will be Ergamal to step up. The Chinese import for the Mariners. 3 goals this season. She scored a double against Canberra in December. The Chinese international to step up for the Mariners. We are now into the 9th minute of added time. Drama at Leichhardt Oval. Jada Wyman is one of the best keepers in the league. She's faced with a match-winning moment here. Ergamal steps up. Saved by Wyman, but the follow-up goes in from Ergamal. Unbelievable. Heartbreak for Sydney FC. Elation for the Mariners. Ergamal scores on the rebound. It was a comfortable save for Wyman, but it fell into the path of Ergamal on the follow-up. She's able to slot it in, and the Mariners take the lead with seconds remaining in the match. Play back underway. Sydney FC hoof it long. And there is the full-time whistle. And the Mariners have defeated Sydney FC for the first time in nearly 15 years. What drama at Leichhardt Oval. And the players get around Ash Irwin, the makeshift keeper. Casey Dumont was a half-time substitution, struggling with a knee injury. Sarah Langman got sent off in the 78th minute. So Ash Irwin had to don a backup keeper's jersey and step into the breach. And you cannot wipe that smile from her face. Full time at Leichhardt Oval on a drama-filled, damp evening at Leichhardt. Sees the Central Coast Mariners jump into the top 4. 2-1 over Sydney FC. And here are the highlights from the match. It was a very cagey first half, very even first half. And this was the opening goal. Jasmine Wardlow pouncing on a loose ball inside the area. A sharp cross could only be deflected into her own net by Charlie McLean for 1-0 after 34 minutes. And that was the last we saw of Casey Dumont. Came off at halftime. Courtney Vine came on for the Sky Blues. And a decent appeal for a penalty waved away. Ergamal was in the thick of things tonight. She toiled hard. And here was a turning point of the match. Sarah Langman had come on, had copped a first yellow card for time wasting minutes before that. And then her first involvement in goal was a free kick in the end. The foul by Tori Toomuth. With Sydney FC, we're always going to be challenging the makeshift keeper, test out the handling. Here's the equaliser from Mackenzie Hawkesby, driving it high. Wet, slippery conditions. It's always going to be difficult for someone who's not a keeper regularly. Frustration there for Irwin. And that was for 1-1. after 92 minutes. And then the final piece of drama. Handball by Tori Tumeth. Deep into added time. The penalty was saved by Jada Wyman. But on the follow-up, their Chinese international, the star striker, Ergamal, turns it in on the follow-up in the 99th minute. And there are the match stats for the night. On the whole, it was a very even contest. Possession, shots on target, right across the board. And it was the Central Coast who outlasted Sydney FC and now take their place in the top 4. Plenty of smiles down on the pitch for the Central Coast Mariners. Emily Husband can certainly be proud of what her team has done tonight. A 5th win for the evening. And I dare say a few lemonades will be going her way. Ash Irwin stepping into the breach. Kai Simon out there on the field as well. She's not far away from making her return to the A-League Women's. But what a night here at Leichhardt Oval. Goals, drama, red cards, a makeshift keeper. And in the end, it is the Mariners who come out on top with a full-time score of 2-1. On behalf of all the crew here at Leichhardt Oval, my name is Robbie Feldman. Thanks for joining us on 10 Play and Paramount Plus. We will see you soon for more Liberty A-League action